Hey guys, Dale here, back with a brand new RimWorld series. We're going to be playing basically just the 1.5 update. We'll have the existing DLCs that are out, so Royalty, Ideology, and Biotech. Anomaly is still about a month away though, so we're not playing with that quite yet. And since we are playing the 1.5 release, it's going to be a very trimmed down mod list. So, we got what, like maybe a dozen mods here. Um, if we take a look here, just a lot of the mods have not been updated for 1.5, and that makes sense. 1.5, the unstable release, just came out 5 days ago from when I'm recording this. Tribals Expanded is still running, and I'm kind of trying to hustle the next couple days to pre-record some content for while I am moving across the country. I'll still be responding to comments and whatnot, but feedback and ideas you might not see materialize in this series. It's just kind of the path I decided to go instead of having a blackout on the channel for like 2 or 3 weeks while my stuff is in trucks catching up with me. But anyhow, let's go ahead and I guess get started. We'll do the initial setup stuff in part 0 like we usually do. So we'll get some colonists created. We'll pick a spot on the map. I'll do some initial base planning. And then we'll actually start gameplay in part 1. So if you're not interested in all this stuff, feel free to skip ahead. Let's go ahead and we're going to do a new colony, crash landed, Randy. Back to Randy. It's nice to see Randy's face again. I always do custom. I usually set blood and dust as kind of like the default, just to like get everything set. And then I don't like unhealthy babies. That's always very depressing. I usually turn enemy death and colonist insect kills down to 50% because that just seems really punishing. I'm also going to turn off unwavering prisoners because we're fairly unmodded, we're fairly vanilla, and that is unwavering prisoners is very annoying. And then I'll take on wealth independent mode just because that is typically how I like to play. I'm not big on kind of the micromanagement of colony wealth early game. I like to plan out a base and kind of like get started on it, and usually the central focus around my playthrough is the village that we're building, right? I do a lot of those. So I think we're good. We'll hit next, and we're just going to call the world RimWorld 1.5. Planet's a little smaller. We'll make it a little more crowded. We'll hit generate. Okay. I do want to be close to factions that we can trade with if we need to. I also want to be close to or on a body of water so that we might be able to see mechanoids landing. So there's a river here. Like the Empire and those colonies are not too far away. We could put ourselves like closer to the middle. So we have slate and granite here. Limestone, sandstone, slate, granite, sandstone. I guess we'll just go with slate and granite. I like to turn the map up just a little. And we're going to create a custom fluid. We'll be really quick about it, though. So create custom fluid, Archist, done. I'm going to go with human primacy because I love the production specialist role. And here, like, respected if guilty. We don't really do executions that often. I always say no rules for clothes. Physical love, we'll say like free and approved. Spouses, just one, please. Where is that? Diversity of thought. Fungus. Diversity of thought. Neutral is fine. Insect meat, we don't need to love it. We'll turn research up really quick since this is probably going to be a pretty limited playthrough. Just I'm not sure if we'll even go to the end game. I just kind of want to see if we can see some of the 1.5 changes. Male clothing, no rules. Women's, only one spouses. Keep names is fine. First human, we're just going to remove the clothing requirements. And actually, let's regenerate this. Manu one. Build talker, sure. Funeral, okay, let's put in some rituals. We'll do a few social festivals and a Sky Lantern festival or two. And we're gonna set the social festivals to be anytime, and it'll be random recruit. That's one set already. And then for these, we will do nearby faction goodwill. And nearby faction goodwill. Already. Perfect. Let's do Neil pillows. And this always reminds me that I should set some styles. I like Techist. I like some of the helmets from Animalist are cool, but I also like the chairs from Totemic. Stool, dining chair. Okay, cool. And let's get rid of that and this. Let's do a large altar. And I guess a large sculpture. Edit. What? That's fine. Yeah. For relics, if we end up grabbing any, let's make it weapons so that we can get some legendary weapons. We'll do a Zeus hammer, a mono sword, persona ones, and then a charge rifle. And then I'm not too worried about the rest of that. So, I do want I want some variety in the colony. So let's do like a dirt mole. Let's also do like an impid, and let's do maybe a genie. Genie will get us some nice like crafting and intellectual bonuses. But while we're here, I do want to take a look at a new mechanic. So possessions were something that were added in the previous version, and it was based off a backstory. So based on your backstory, you might show up with pawn might show up with some items. Here, we don't have anything that's going to be. Maybe the ambrosia is related to medieval lord, but this person also has medicine, and that is because they are sickly. Let's take a look here. Beer, and that's probably because they're an alcoholic, so that's not related to either their traits or their backstory. Let's randomize a couple people. Psychic foil helm, because they're psychically sensitive. Schematics, because they're too smart. So there are now books in base game RimWorld. There are 3 types. There's schematics, which I believe are for research projects. There are textbooks, which increase skills, and there are novels that are just purely for recreation. Pyromaniac, Molotov cocktails, and chem fuel. So Harry here is ready to party. Wake up and ostrich eggs. So wake up is because they're addicted. Ostrich eggs, I'm not sure why they have ostrich eggs. They're fertilized. Smoke leaf because of addiction. Skull and heart because of psychopath. Wake up because of night owl, maybe? Because they don't have an addiction. Sickly. Oh, came with 2 types of medicine. Raw fungus because of undergrounder. Beer because of bartender, so that's from the previous version. Auto pistol because of trigger happy. Okay, well, I'm gonna re-roll through these guys until we get some that we're comfortable with, and I'll bring you guys. Okay, so this is who we're landing on. We have Lumi here, who is a dirt mole. Brawler, psychically hypersensitive, so our candidate for Psylink levels. Double passion and melee, which goes great with Brawler. Dirt mole, great at mining. I figure she can probably just do dumb labor and planting, even though they're not great with plants, to help out around the colony to start with. Vo will take on construction. An impid, ugly, a double passion melee, great at melee, but we'll give her a gun. Also going to be working on plants and some other things around the base. Construction, obviously very important. And we have Darcy here, our genie, who is exceptional at crafting, pretty good at intellectual. We'll get there fast. Can help out with mining, and none of them have any incapabilities. So that'll be an all right start for us. So we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, we've landed. I've set up jobs for them. Let's go ahead and get them in their gear. We'll unforbid all items. Lumi, you're gonna be our brawler, right? So let's go ahead and get you all this armor. Vo will give you the bolt action, and Darcy can have the revolver. We have a little cat here, Penelope. Let's go ahead and restrict you to home area. And then let's have you guys prioritize hauling some of this food. So map-wise, we have a river running down, just a little off-center and a little angled. We have, looks like an ancient danger up here. Do we have another one? I don't see another one. This is about the center of the map. We are building a structure up here. So there's some fertile soil on two sides of the structure. There's also a bunch right down here. But I didn't want to build that close to the edge. We're pretty close to the edge already. So we might think about putting up like a wall here to kind of get us started. Give the raiders something to have to walk around. So I'm thinking like wallish here, probably wallish here, and get them towards maybe this area for setting up to defend against initially. Well, I guess initially we'll want to just do like a trap tunnel in front of our door. You can see we have a bunch of plants put down, but a lot of them are forbidden. We're just building this initial room just to get started. They have some sleeping spots there. Eventually we'll get them some bedrooms and all that stuff. But I think that is us getting started for now. As always, until next time, have a good one. Bye.